Hello children, welcome back to our session. Today we are going to start with our English lesson. First unit. You all are very prettily aware that our English textbook is comprised of 8 units and each unit will have a theme. So the topic what we are going to start today has got a theme, humor. These 3 topics will be humorous topics. So what is the first one we are going to deal with today? The snake and the mirror. The snake and the mirror. Is there any connectivity between the snake and the mirror? No, but in lesson we have something interesting, something humorous, something unexpected. Okay? I know you all are excited to know what it is about. So, without wasting even a single minute of time, I want you all to hold pencil in your hand to underline all difficult words and start with the topic. Let's enter into the topic, the snake and the mirror, A, reading. Has a snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body? Okay, before this question, I'll ask you all a question. Did you ever see a snake? How far it was? Was that 2 feet far or 3 feet far or 5 feet far away from you, or is it just 2, 3, 4 inches away from you? Did it ever coil your hand or leg? No. No, never. We will just run away without even turning back if we see a snake. Yes, but here something different happened. So here the author is asking you all a question that did ever a snake coil itself around any part of your body? Definitely no. A full-blooded cobra, a very strong cobra. All of us fell silent. So, you all also must have felt like what? What kind of a question is this? Why does a snake coil my body? Why does it come near me? I will run away. Before that, plans of coming to me, I will run away somewhere. Yes, the question came from the homeopath doctor. The topic came up when we were discussing about snakes. We listened attractively at the doctor continued with the tale. Tale means story. It was a hot summer night about 10 o'clock. I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my room, bachelor's room, so they'll have food outside and they come just sleep there. I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. As soon as he reached home, when he opened the door, he could hear some sound on the roof. The sound was a familiar one. One could say that rats and I shared the room. So what he said, that's a routine sound because olden days those houses will have number of rats. Of course, even now we see rats, but not such big rats, not so many rats, 1 or 2 is maximum in our house. We hardly see those rats, but those days rats are like our companions, our roommates. So he was thinking, oh, maybe that my rat roommate is making noise on the roof. I took out my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. See, look at the picture. Here is the homeopath doctor. He entered from this way. Here you can see the door. Here you can see his shirts, the blazer or a coat, and here you can see a lamp and a mirror on the table, study table. He put his book and he started reading. So those days no electricity also. Okay, no power, only lamp. The house was not electrified. It was a small rented room. It's a very small one. Bachelors always prefer small rooms, nowadays penthouses. I had just set up medical practice and my earnings were meager. He just started with his medical practice. I had about 60 rupees in my suitcase. Along with some shirts and dhotis, I also possessed one solitary black coat which I was then wearing. So what all he has 60 rupees in his suitcase. He carried few shirts, dhotis, and also he had a black coat, what he wears always. I took off my black coat, white shirt and not so white vest and hung them up. See, here you can see the black coat and white vest. Okay. I opened 2 windows in the room. It was an outdoor room with one wall facing the open yard. It had a tiled roof with long supporting gables, then rested on the beam over the wall. There was no ceiling. There was a regular traffic of rats to and from the beam. So these rats are going to and fro on the beam. Regular traffic of these rats. I made my bed and pulled it close to the wall. I lay down but I could not sleep. He tried to sleep but he could not sleep. I got up, went out to the veranda for a little air, but the wind god seemed to have taken time off. So it was already discussed that it is summer, night, bachelor, very small room, not electrified room, always traffic of rats on the beam, and he was trying to sleep. He couldn't get proper sleep, so he got up, he went into veranda for a good breeze, but he couldn't find that breeze. Okay, I went back into the room and sat down on the chair this way. He sat down on the chair this way. I opened the box beneath the table and took out a book. The Materia Medica. What is the name of the book? The Materia Medica. I opened it at the table on which stood the lamp and a large mirror. A small comb lay beside the mirror. Usually men carry a comb in their pockets. So here he is describing his table. A big mirror and a small comb there and a lamp, and he took out the book. What is the name of the book? The Materia Medica, book which is closely related to medicine, I feel. One feels tempted to look into a mirror when it is near. Of course, I took a look. In those days, I was a great admirer of beauty and I believed in making myself look handsome. I was unmarried and was a doctor. I felt I had to make my presence felt. I picked up the comb and ran it through my hair and adjusted the parting so that I looked straight and neat. Again I heard the sound from above. So what is he doing? Of course he is a bachelor. So when he sat just in front of the mirror, though with a book, he wanted to admire himself. He wanted to make himself look more handsome. So he started adjusting his hair and he was imagining how much more handsome he should look like. Then he started hearing the same noise from the rooftop. I took a close look at my face in the mirror. We too do such crazy things when we are alone at home or when we have lots of time with us, you know. Then we will be keenly observing our face, looking into the mirror. It was an attractive, I took a close look at my face in the mirror. I made an important decision. He took a decision. Let's see what's the decision is. I would shave daily and grow a thin moustache to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and doctor. So he took a very good decision that he should shave his beard and he should grow a thin moustache to look even more handsome because he is a bachelor and moreover he is a doctor. I looked into the mirror and smiled. It was an attractive smile. How he is admiring himself, isn't that funny? This tells that we should love ourselves first. We should love ourselves. When we love our body, automatically we look handsome and we look beautiful. Okay, I made another earth-shaking decision. Earth-shaking decision means another very, very important decision. What is that? I would always keep that attractive smile on my face to look more handsome. So he discovered that he looks more handsome when he smiles. So he took this earth shaking decision that I will always maintain that smile on my face to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and doctor too. On top of it, see, I'm a bachelor and on top of it I'm a doctor, so I should always look handsome. So I should always maintain smile on my face. Again came that noise from above. What could it be? Is that rat? Cat? What? I got up, lit a beady and paced up and down the room. Then another lovely thought struck me. I would marry. I would get married to a woman doctor who had plenty of money and a good medical practice. She had to be fat for a valid reason. So what is his another decision? I should marry, and the girl should be a doctor and she should have her own practice. She should be very rich also, and how should she look like? She should be very, very fat. Why? Usually boys like thin girls, but why is he thinking to marry a fat lady? Let's see. If I made some silly mistakes and need to run away, she could not be able to run after me and catch. See how foolish. So what is he telling? There is a reason for marrying a fat lady. He tells that if I do a mistake, I want to run away from her. And if she is thin, she will run faster than me and hold me and hit me. So what should I do? I should marry a fat lady who cannot run after me, who can't chase me, who can't catch me and who can't hit me. See how foolish he is. With such thoughts in my mind, I resumed my seat in the chair in front of the table. So he sat back again on the chair in front of the mirror, in front of the table. There were no more sounds from above. Suddenly there came a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen on the ground. It's a different sound this time, not the sound of that traffic on the roof. Okay. Suddenly there was a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. Surely nothing to worry about. Even so, I thought I would turn around and take a look. Nothing to worry, things will be falling, rats will be falling. Even though, let me look. Okay, he turned. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. So as soon as he turned back, he could see a long snake on the back and it is moving towards him, landed on his shoulder. The snakes landed on me and my turning was simultaneous. Falling of snake and this man turning both happened simultaneously at the same time. I didn't jump, I didn't tremble, I didn't cry out. He didn't jump, he didn't move from there, he didn't shiver, he didn't even shout loudly. He was scared, he was shocked. In fact, even if he moves a little, frankly speaking, even if the sound of his heartbeat comes out, the snake may bite him. So he is just like a rock, with blood and flesh. There was no time to do all such things. The snake slithered along my shoulder and coiled around my left arm above the elbow. So from right shoulder, slowly it moved to the left shoulder, slowly came down and coiled around the hand just above the left elbow. The hood was spread open. Hood means this one, snake's head. Hood was spread open and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches from my face, this near the snake's face was. It would not be correct to say merely that I sat there holding my breath. I was turned to stone, but my mind was very, very active. He could not do anything. He just sat there just like a rock, but his mind was running very, very actively. What to do. The door opened into darkness. The room was surrounded by darkness. In the light of the lamp, I sat there like a stone image in the flesh. Just like a stone image he was sitting. Because snake is just 4 inches away from his face with open hood. Anytime it can bite. In that posture the snake was waiting. Imagine yourself in that position. Huh? I felt then the great presence of the creator of this world in the universe. God was there. Suppose I said something and he did not like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." We too tell the same thing, right? Devda, hey Bhagwan, oh God. So in bright letters he was writing in his mind that, "Oh God, God help me." He can't talk, he can't move, he can't run, he can't even breathe properly, he can't even blink his eyes properly. So scared this man is because it is snake, a harmful creature. There was some pain in my left arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, no, a rod made of molten fire, was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm. So how is the snake? Usually cobras will be very fat, very lengthy, and it coiled his hand and he is unable to move. The same posture he should maintain until the snake goes down away from him. So he is in the same posture with his hand and with his head the same way. So his hand started aching. And it is slowly crushing his arm, and it is moving, it is tightening itself. The arm was beginning to be drained of all strength. What could I do? Totally tired. This arm, I can't stop myself, I can't sit in the same posture no longer. At my slightest moment, the snake would strike me. Even if I move a little, the snake strikes me. That is damn sure. Death lurked 4 inches away. Death is just 4 inches away from me. Suppose it stuck. What was the medicine I had to take? There was no medicine in the room. I was but a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. So he was just smiling. What should I do? I am a doctor, but I don't have medicine in my bag. Such foolish doctor I am. And he was smiling at himself without any expressions, without any movements in his body. It seemed as if God appreciated that. The snake turned its head. It looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. So slowly the snake turned its head and it was looking into the mirror. I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror, but it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was it admiring its own beauty? Was it trying to make an important decision about growing a mustache or using eyeshadow and mascara or wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead? So this man, how crazy this man is, he is thinking that what snake must be thinking? Is it praising its beauty? Is this the first snake to look into the mirror? No. Snakes must have already looked into the mirror. And what is this snake thinking looking itself into the mirror? Should I go for a makeup? Should I put vermilion? Should I go for added mascara? Or should I go for eyeshadow? All these things. Will a snake think all these things? Will snake have these eyelashes, eyelids, eyebrows and all that to go with mascaras, all those, vermilion and all that? This man is too crazy. I did not know anything for certain. What gender was the snake? Was it male or female? I will never know, for the snake unwound itself from my arm and slowly slithered into my lap. So slowly from shoulder, from hand, from elbow, slowly it came down onto his lap. From there it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror. So from there slowly, where did it go? It went near the mirror on the table. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy its reflection at closer quarters. So what is this man thinking? He is thinking that the snake wanted to observe its beauty more and more in close-up view. It was no mere image cut in granite. I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood. So as soon as the snake went on to the table, started looking into the mirror, then he himself realized that I am not a granite stone with flesh, but I am a human being with blood and flesh in my body. Still holding my breath, I got up from the chair. I quietly went out through the door into the veranda. From there, I leapt into the yard and ran for all I was worth. So, he was just running and running and running, not even turning back and looking what is happening. Each of us heaved a sigh of relief. All of us lit beedies. Somebody asked, "Doctor, is your wife very fat?" So, all that, they were visualizing all that when he was explaining. I hope you too. No, the doctor said, "God willed otherwise. My life companion is a thin, reedy person with a gift of a sprinter." Sprinter means a very fast runner. She is very thin, quite opposite to what his imaginations were. No, the doctor said, "God willed otherwise. My life companion is a thin, reedy person with the gift of a sprinter." Someone else asked, "Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you?" The doctor replied, "I ran and ran till I reached a friend's house. Immediately I smeared oil all over myself and took a bath. I changed into fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room to move my things from there." So what he did, he went into his friend's room, he took rest there. He was in fact very scared, and the next morning he came to move his things along with his friend to the room. But what he found there, doors were wide open. What happens then? Will the things be safe in the room when the doors are open in the night hours? No. So what your guess is right. What you thought, same thing happened here. But we found we had little to carry. Some thief had removed most of my things. The room had been cleaned out. So most of his things are gone. But not really. The theft had left behind one thing as a final insult to me. What was that? I asked. The doctor said, "My vest, the dirty one, that white color one, what you saw here, this white vest, in Telugu we call it as banyan, right? So that one he left, that dirty one. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water." Imagine, just think how dirty that cloth must have been, that person who stole everything left off that. Did you see the snake the next day, doctor? The doctor laughed. I have never seen it since. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. So he again never saw the snake. So here is about the author Muhammad Bashir. So here I want to give you all a task. I want you all to read this lesson. Underline all the important words, the difficult words. Here we have glossary in page number 7. You can first read glossary to understand the meanings and then start reading with the topic. Then your journey of reading will be comfortable. Of course, you must have already understood my explanations. So, added to this task, I would like to give you all another, not one, 2 tasks. What is that? The first one is, already in our channel we discussed about diary entry and poster preparation. Yes. So today I will give you one task. In the next session I will give you another task. So for today's task you have to prepare a diary entry of doctor's experience. Diary entry of doctor's experience. Feel that you are a doctor now. Put yourself into the shoes of this man and write a diary entry, and as discussed about diary entry, it should be short and precise. Okay. So children, that's all for today. A reading is done, the task is given. I am quite confident that you will complete your task, and very soon we will come up with another beautiful topic, B reading, the duck and the kangaroo. This is a beautiful concept. You will just love listening to this explanation. Catch you all in the next video. Thank you very much.